Hey guys, it's Jason with the Board Game Mechanics, and today we're going to take a look at an expansion to a game that we like quite a bit called Vinyl Big Band. Look at this guy's face. He got banged up. He's got a jacked up nose. Isn't that sad? Hopefully it doesn't affect his saxophone playing. Vinyl Big Band is an expansion for vinyl where it's going to bring in some new elements. It's going to play 2 to 5 players. And in this one, what you're going to be doing is you're going to be trying to collect different types of swing and jazz albums of certain speeds. So you're going to have 33s and 78s, just like back in the day when they had 33s and 78s. And, you know, you're trying to get the speed that you like for the sound that you like the best. And this game's going to play similarly to the regular base game, but it's going to add that speed. It's going to add a leaderboard that's going to let you get some bonuses when you retire collections with those band leaders. And it's going to change up the way that the collection tiles are scored. So that's a general idea of what's going to be changing. Let's just go down to the table and check it out. All right, so here's a game of Vinyl Big Band, all set up for 2 players. To set up, you're going to give each player a player board. Well, let me go back. This is actually going to use some of the base game for vinyl. You're going to be using the board, and you're going to be using the collection discs, and everything else will be from the expansion. So you're going to need to have the board, and you're going to need to have the collection discs. So once you have that, now we can go on. So you're going to put the board out. You're going to give each player a player board. They're going to get a speed cube, which will mark what kind of speed of the record they're collecting is. So either 33 or 78. First player is going to get 5 cards. Last player will get 7. So in this case, this player gets 5, this player gets 7. And everybody get a meeple or a guitar mini if you have that. I always forget what colors I'm playing when I'm using those, so I'm using the disco meeples. Now to set up for Big Band, there's a little bit of difference in the collection tiles. So in the collection tiles, you're going to use the orange, 4s and 3s, the mixed collection, 4s and 3s. You're going to put 4 from the highest score down, then 3 from the highest score down. You put the 4s on top of the 3. Same with the blue, same with the red. So that's a little different than the base game, so we're going to set those up like that. You're going to have these overlays that you're going to be using to collect records. So you're going to have a 33 speed that you can collect. You're going to have a 78 speed. You're going to have this for the magazine section. And over here in the counter, you're going to have that. The sale bin is not used. It's basically just going to be used to show you which band leaders are in current demand. So right now it is John Miller and Lenny Goodman. And it's going to show you the next 3 albums that come into play once 3 albums have been purchased. Then you're going to put the magazine cards up there at the top and flip 4. There's a leaderboard over there with the appropriate band leader tiles, so on and so forth. All right, so now we're going to play. So this game plays similarly to vinyl with a few tweaks. So in vinyl, you could retire a collection at any time that you wanted. Now, in order to retire a collection, you have to have one of every instrument: bass, trombone, trumpet, and saxophone in one of the genres, so jazz or swing. And then you have to go to the front counter to be able to retire. So you can't just take that as a free action. You have to actually take a meeple to do that. You're also going to be able to only collect albums if you're in the appropriate speed. So if I'm in 78 speed, I can go here and I can collect any of these albums with 78s by playing the cards like in the base game. If I'm not in the appropriate speed, I have to either discard an extra attribute of the card I'm trying to collect, so like swing, trumpet, speed, whatever, or I have to discard an extra card and then I can move my cube to the appropriate speed that I want to collect. If I'm in 33 speed, some of these areas, well, the magazine rack is going to give me a bonus card if I'm in 33. If I'm in 78, you just get the regular. And just like in the base game, if you get bumped, when you get bumped, you get to take a bump action. So let's go ahead and start playing. So this player's first. They're going to take their meeple and they want to collect a record. So your first, you don't have a speed that you're collecting at the beginning. Your first record that you buy is going to determine how fast or what speed you're doing it. So here are the cards that I have. These are what the cards look like. So they're going to have either a genre, an instrument, or a speed. Sometimes they'll have 2 different ones. Sometimes they'll be a wild. but this is what the cards look like. In order to collect cards, have to play these cards that match all of the attributes on an album. So let's see who we got. We got Lenny Goodman and Johnny Miller. So let's go ahead and try to get some Johnny Miller. Is there any Johnny Miller out here that I can take that's good? Okay, who's the other guy? Lenny Goodman. Sax, swing 33. Yeah, let's do that. All right. So I'm going to take this back. So this player's going to come over here. They're going to collect a 33. I'm going to try to collect, where is it? This one right there. So we're going to need sax 33. And I'll discard this for swing. So I have swing, sax 33. That bass is irrelevant because I don't need it. Put that up there in the discard pile. And then I get to take this card. And you'll put it into the collection set over here. So jazz goes here, swing goes here. This is a swing record. So I'm going to put it up here. And then I took a 33. So my speed is now set at 33. And that's my turn. Then it's this player's turn. They're going to do similar things. Let's see. Do they have swing? They do have swing. Maybe they'll just start doing some swing. So let's do swing, sax, 78. So they're going to come here. They're going to do some 78s. Swing, sax, 78. Let's do this one. So they're going to do the same thing. So swing is here. Their speed is at 78. These cards get discarded. All right, so that was their turn. Let's see. I'm going to try to play through the retiring of a collection so you can kind of see that, but I don't know if I'll get to that. But I at least want to show you the different actions and what's going to happen once 3 albums have been done. And then I'll talk through the rest if I don't get to show it. So let's see. So we're in 33 speed. Purple is. Let's see. Let's go take some cards. I think they're going to go take some cards. So they're going to come up here, take some cards. All right, so up here, you can take 2 cards from anywhere on top. If you're in 33, you get a bonus card from the top of the deck. Or I can take 1 wild and a bonus card, but there's no wilds out. So let's go ahead and take, I'd like some trumpet, so I'll take some jazz trumpet. Flip another one. Take jazz 78. Flip another one. Because I'm in 33, I get to take a rando from the top. And now my hand is looking like a lot of jazz. So I'm going to be starting my jazz collection here shortly. All right. So then it's yellow's turn. I would like to buy another album if I can. So swing, bass 78, swing trumpet 78. Swing trumpet 78 is what I want. Ooh, there's swing bass. So we're going to come over here. We'll stay there because you can stay where you are. So swing, bass 78 is what I'm playing. I'm in 78, so I don't have to pay anything extra. And then I will take this card, put it here, and done. All right, let's see. That was their turn. Back to this player. I can do jazz, any instrument, and 33. Jazz, any instrument, 33. Let's do trombone. So we'll do jazz 33, trombone 33. So I'll take this one. Done. All right, so now 4 albums have been purchased. So whoops, good job. So when 3 albums were open, I should have done some maintenance. So we'll pretend that this one's still here for now, and then I'll take the turn in a second. So what happens here is we take these albums and we slide them up here into these spaces. And I would have actually gone down here too. We'll slide these up into the spaces. Then what we're going to do is we're going to reveal 2 more in the display, which is going to adjust the leaderboard. And we're going to see the next 3 albums that are coming out. So John Miller goes up 1 based on the trumpet. Or the trombone. So the trombone is 3. So 1, 2, 3. And then we have Louis Strong Arm, which I'm not going to be able to reach this, I don't think. Not easily. All right. So Louis Strong Arm, he is a trombone as well. So he's going to go right there next to Lenny Goodman. All right. So that's that. That would be maintenance. So then this player would have done their action and we'll be good to go. All right. So that's how the game is going to play. It's going to be a lot of that, same thing, until you have a collection. So let me kind of show you a collection here, just so you can see how it's rolling. So let's take this one, and I need a trombone, swing trombone, 78. Okay, here we go. All right, so say I have a collection. I could take my meeple and I could go up here to the front. All right, so I'm going to the front counter. When you cash in a collection, you cash in one genre, 4 different instruments. So in this case, that would be all my albums. You're going to score the points on the bottom just like always. Now, to get these collection tokens over here, there's a couple different things. If nothing matches, meaning none of your band leaders, none of your speeds match, you take the orange one, the least amount of points. But because you completed the collection, you get some extra points. If one thing matches, meaning all same band leaders or all the same speed, you take the blue one. If all of your albums are the same band leader and the same speed, you take the red one. So in this case, I have all 78 and I have different band leaders. So I'll take this blue one, and that'll be some extra 11 points at the end of the game. And then these go away, and they'll come over here into my retired collection like that, just for in-game points. So that's going to be how the game works. I think that's everything that I need to show you. Yes, I believe so. I didn't show you changing speeds, but like if I was going to buy, let's see, we'll say I'm using these cards. If I was going to buy jazz trumpet or jazz saxophone 33, let's see if there is one of those. Jazz saxophone, okay, there's jazz saxophone 78. All right, so we have jazz saxophone 78. Okay, so I'm going to play these 2 cards to try to get that one. I'm in 33. So in order for me to collect that card, I have to discard either a random other card or another one of these attributes to change speed. So I'm just going to discard a random card, switch it down to 78. Then I can spin these 2 cards and take this album into my collection. Just like that. One more thing, you can have multiples of the same instruments in your collection, but when you retire, you have to have one of all 4. So if I only have 4 saxophones, I got to try to get the other 3 instruments before I can retire. So that's how vinyl big band works. Let's go up to the top, see what they think about it. All right, well, that was vinyl big band. First, let me say, during the run through, I forgot to show you one thing. So I even mentioned it before the run through. Somehow I still forgot. When you're retiring a collection on the leaderboard, there's going to be some band leaders in certain spaces of the leaderboard. If you're retiring a collection that has a few of those band leaders, you can pick one and get the bonus of wherever they are on the leaderboard. So there's going to be a little bit more motivation to maybe collect certain types of band leaders because you may want to use their special ability when you retire. I didn't show that. It adds a little bit of jazz, a little bit of flavor to the game. It doesn't add a ton. It's not going to like completely change your mind if you don't like the game to like it because of that, but it's just something else to think about when you're retiring. So I didn't show that. I wanted to put that right here so you knew that I wasn't playing the game incorrectly, or any more incorrectly than I probably did. So let's talk about this game. So we're big fans of vinyl. Set collection is probably one of mine and my wife's favorite mechanisms. There's just something about trying to collect things and turn them into score points that we really enjoy. This has that same feel, but this one makes it a little more gamey for a couple reasons. I think there's 2. We'll say there's 2 reasons. Maybe there's 3. 2 or 3 reasons. First thing, speed. You have to be able to collect records of the same speed. So if I really need a 78 record and I'm in 33, I'm either going to have to pay an extra attribute on one of my cards or just discard a rando card to be able to move that speed cube up. So that's cool. That makes it a little more thought-provoking when you're trying to go take a record other than just playing the attributes. Second, you're looking at that leaderboard. You're trying to see if there's a leader that you want on there to get the special ability or not, trying to determine which album from your collection you want to retire. Third thing, which I didn't really go into, is in order to retire your collection, you got to go to the front counter. I did show this in the overview, but you go to the front counter. So you have to actually take a special action to retire a collection. So you're really going to have to decide, do I want to collect more records or do I want to waste my whole turn going up there to retire a collection? So that just gives it a little more stuff that's going on in your mind all the while you're playing, and it just kind of makes it a little more gamery or gamey if, that's something you're into. I also like that you have the display window. So in this one, the bargain bin is gone, which basically means you can get an album for an attribute less in the base game. In this one, you're just going to see which next 3 albums are going to be on sale. So you're going to be looking, you're like, oh man, there's a John Miller coming up, and I really need a John Miller for my 4th John Miller in my swing collection. So I'm going to wait, maybe buy some jazz ones just to, you know, have something to do, maybe get some magazines. And then once that 3rd album's gone, John Miller comes in and I can pounce. So that's kind of cool. And the display window is also going to trigger, determine who's moving up on the leaderboard and all that cool stuff. So yeah, I enjoy this. If you like vinyl, you're probably going to like this. If you don't like vinyl, I don't know if this is going to have enough to change your mind. It may, but it's still the same core mechanisms with a few different ideas thrown in. So I don't know if those different ideas are going to be enough to change your mind. I like it, so this is cool to me. So all that being said, I'm going to give this a BGM accepted seal. I'm going to give it a 7.5 out of 10 on BGG, which is a 3.75 out of 5 wrenches on our arbitrary wrench scale. That means absolutely nothing, but we like to give it to games that we enjoy because it makes us feel good inside. And that's what we do here. We want to feel good inside about playing games because at the end of the day, it's a board game. It's meant for everybody to have fun. So that was Vinyl Big Band from Talon Strike Studios. I'm Jason with the Board Game Mechanics. And as always, keep on gaming.